WWE has no interest in an AEW crossover. Plus, Steve Austin teases a WrestleMania 41 appearance. And we have an update on this year's Survivor Series. It's all in the Cultaholic Wrestling News right now. What if WWE and AEW could break bread, put all those differences aside, have a little metaphorical game of footy in no man's land, and bring us a Forbidden Door show that combines the best of WWE and the best of AEW? Could that be a thing, Andrew?
We'll sure see. WWE Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and Head of Communications, Chris LaGentiel, was the special guest on the Sports Media Podcast with Richard Deitch, who asked if WWE was interested in opening a forbidden door to AEW, and that response was no interest. I just want to make clear, there is definitely a variety of excellent talent, that don't currently reside in WWE. There is no shot that that is being fired. It's just to say the answer to your question is no conversation has been in relation to that.
So he's basically saying, look, we're not having a dig, but we've just not talked about it.
Yes, yeah.
But it's one that I think, despite the fact that somebody higher within that realm has been asked that question, I think it's something that probably will be asked for a long old time.
Yeah, especially with Tony Khan sort of recently saying, like, if the option arose, hey, I would not say no to it, kind of thing, you know? And again, in the land of professional wrestling, you can never say never. But I guess maybe at this point in time, do you think maybe WWE is like, well, we don't really see any benefit from it for us? Maybe there's more benefit in terms for AEW than there is necessarily for WWE at this moment in time?
I mean, potentially you could have said that with WWE working with TNA, but then the benefit to WWE is they're probably going to get Joe Hendry many times soon. Yeah. But maybe they would because AEW and WWE are at such loggerheads generally, and obviously you will argue about TV numbers and pay-per-view numbers and merch sales and stuff in the comments, to which I say go outside. But despite that, I don't think there's any benefit to them being for WWE doing a show with AEW, more the other way around, I would say, at this point. But you know what? The industry moves in magnificent ways.
Yes.
Why not tell us below a WWE AEW dream match you would love to see?
Ooh.
Go for it. Let us know in the comments. Many thank yous. So I'd love to see.
Yeah.
Love to see Stone Cold Steve Austin once again.
Hell yeah!
When you do it, you sound a bit like Stone Cold E.T. I want a couple cheeseburgers.
Couple cheeseburgers.
I love Stone Cold E.T. But the actual Stone Cold Steve Austin was visited by The Athletic at his ranch in Nevada. They're putting together a piece about him. I think that's a subterfuge. I think it's a piece about Poncho, his brilliant cat, who is the only reason I follow Steve Austin on Instagram. During their time together, Steve Austin hinted that he may appear at WrestleMania 41 because he said, I said I won't leave Nevada. It's hard to get me out of this state, but WrestleMania next year is in Vegas. That's in Nevada.
Ooh.
They have to put WrestleMania on Steve Austin's back door to get him to come along.
He's got a lot of land. Why not? You know?
All right, mate, I'm in the area. Do you want to come by? Oh, fine. I'll get in the buggy. Mania 41 is going to be the first Mania on Netflix, emanating from the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on Saturday and Sunday, April 19th and 20th. I think if he's next door, he'll come along, won't he?
I think so. Again, as it says there, WrestleMania 41, first Mania on Netflix. I think they'll want to throw everything at that WrestleMania just to, you know, make people say, come on over here, come and watch what we've got. Yeah, I know sort of last year they also kind of jam-packed it out with the appearances and whatnot, especially in the Cody and Roman match. But I think maybe we'll see something similar to that for WrestleMania 41 as well.
Very possibly. We're sending best wishes to an AEW talent that has gone under the knife.
Yeah, Trent Beretta has revealed on his socials that he's undergone a revision surgery on his neck, a follow-up to his neck fusion surgery from back in 2021. Two of the screws from his fusion surgery had broken and needed to be replaced. Currently, though, there's no set timetable for Beretta's AEW return.
He said on Twitter that he was pushing a bit too hard in the wrestling, and he basically broke the screws loose.
Oh,
so he
damn.
had to get it redone.
Oh, it's just such a shame because it felt like, whoa, he'd done that heel turn and things were starting to creep up. I hope he gets better soon, and I hope we see him back as soon as he's ready to come back, at least.
Really felt like he was motoring, you're right, and fingers crossed for a comeback. When he comes back, where do you put him? I mean, I'd love to see him in the mix. I think when that push was beginning, and I think on the live streams I said, this is a guy who is a brilliant mid-card heel.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see at this point Trent Beretta being a top guy, but a really strong mid-card heel when he's ready to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. I think him within the Don Callis family isn't a bad thing at all. We may lose a member, who knows, with Kyle Fletcher being part of that. We may lose him fairly soon, perhaps. So there's an open slot there, isn't there? And I mean, like, yeah, it would be amazing to see him in the midst of that faction a little bit more, I reckon.
So we send our very best wishes to Trent Beretta. Full and speedy recovery to you, sir. SummerSlam is this weekend, and the tryouts got underway in Cleveland. Shawn Michaels sharing a tweet of the setup in Cleveland. He's there. There he is, alongside Matt Bloom, looking at potential new WWE stars. Punk's there as well. He shared on his Instagram story a bit of the setup.
Oh, very nice.
There's quite a few notable people who are going to be there running the ship. But in terms of who is getting a tryout, there's one that stands out.
There is, yes. Evander Holyfield's son, Elijah Holyfield, is going to be one of those attending the tryout.
I'm intrigued to see how he does in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, we're seeing more and more of like people who are natural athletes sort of stepping into this role as a WWE star. A lot of them in NXT these days, and they're doing a tremendous job.
They really, really are. A tremendous job will be done this weekend by Andrew and Adam Pacitti.
Oh,
I made it sound like you were married then. Andrew Hodgkinson and Adam Pacitti. They're doing live reactions to SummerSlam tomorrow from 9 p.m. BST. And you'll be able to join them through the whole thing, but you can check out 9 pitches and predictions before that as well. Are you feeling confident about yours?
I'm feeling confident. I know we only differ on one, and that being the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk match, but I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Spicy. The WTF moments and what happened at SummerSlam to follow soon afterwards as well. And beyond SummerSlam, it's all about Survivor Series, and we have a little cheeky update, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yesterday, WWE announced that Survivor Series 2024 War Games will emanate from Rogers Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada on Saturday, November 30th. The event will be in partnership with the Destination Vancouver Tourist Board as well.
This is going to be Vancouver's first Survivor Series. Now, it's played out in Canada thrice. This will be the thrice time, rather.
Yes.
It was in Toronto in 2016 and Montreal in 1997. We don't talk about that, great mate. This will be the third time that Canada has hosted Survivor Series and the first time for hosting War Games.
Oh, I'm excited. What War Games match does one reckon we get?
There's only one.
Yes.
And it's Alpha Academy versus it's the Bloodline Civil War. This is where it has to play out.
Agreed. I would, in my fantasy booking mind, I would love it if this was the place that maybe The Rock comes back and he's like, I've been pulling the strings all along in the Bloodline 2.0, everybody.
That'd be quite nice. Not have him in the match, but have him just as the puppet master.
A big old stare down, or he takes Roman out after the fact. It would be lovely to see.
Just trying to pitch up the teams. So you'd have Solo, Tama Tonga, Tangaloa,
Jacob Fatu.
And
maybe Hikuleo.
And then you'd have Romulus Reigns. The Usos. Sami Zayn,
yes. Oh, but then that leaves one more. Oh, maybe one defects to the other. I don't even know.
Cody Uso.
Cody Uso. Yeah. Oh, maybe actually.
Actually,
that's
Cody
not a bad shout.
Cody would be a good shout.
Not
the
a bad
idea of
shout.
Cody teaming with Roman would be like, oh, well, can I trust you? Hey,
yes.
you have to trust me. That sort of story plays out quite nicely. And that could be what plays out at Survivor Series in 2024. For the very latest wrestling news throughout the day, you could check out Cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.